the poetic language of painting. Painting can be like poetry too, like how the poet uses the words, the same words I use and you use, but when a poet uses it, oh, that's beautiful, that's beautiful, So this is the difference between just regular artists, and between the masters. So I will talk here about that issue and starting with Matisse, which all really like with that poetic language, like it's like the metaphor, it's like the repetition of the thing, like in music too, like repeating the thing, in music, bum, 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 like these are kind of like metaphors and rhythms that enhance, whether it's music, it's poetry, it's painting, it's all the same thing. So I'll start with Matisse, one of his masterpieces. I love this painting. So you see here how he modified actually the the figures to fit with that poetic language, what he wanted to say in poetry, more than really like if the figure is right or not right, the proportions, right, not right. He played with that. He didn't care really about this. He cared about that poetic language and about that harmony. So one of the things, like if you look at the shoulder, this shoulder, see that this shoulder is almost exactly the same curve. So when I look at one of them, my eye will jump to the other one. That's beauty. This is what I call like metaphors in painting, same like in poetry. Uh, so probably she wasn't exactly. They weren't exactly like the two ladies sitting. They weren't exactly like that, but he modified that to make them look alike, because the eye like to see something similar to what I have here. Like if I have a line with this curve, oh, if there is a line of that curve, the eye will love to go see it. So that kind of creates beautiful movement all around the painting. Like these circles too. Like when my eye looks at this circle, right away it will see this circle and this. Oh, it will jump here. Oh, there is another one here, another one, and then it will jump here. So there is a movement by these circles too. If you look at this, that curve, it's almost exactly like that. So this and this line are the same. These kind of like triangles here or zigzag, you'll see them here, see them here, see them here. And even the music notes, you will see it in the background actually. These are kind of like the music notes, in the back. Even these look like music notes too. And so this is really like something very important artists do, like either to extend the line or to make another line similar, to make patterns in the painting. This all will attract, the viewer more, and because they can move beautifully with harmony from one area to the canvas to the other. I want to mention another thing here, which is his application. Can you see like how beautiful is that application? Like, so he's not just doing the color one time. There is a thin layer under, a thin layer, and then he goes a little bit thicker in some areas. And yes, there is no shadows. It's not about like with the modern art and abstraction, there are no, you don't need really to do shadows or volume. I will go like here a little detour, because this is very important too, really, which is really space. Artists like in modern days, they work with space. So they said, like artists, why should we lie to people and pretend it is three-dimensional, like there is something far and something close? They said, no, we should respect the integrity of that two-dimensionality of the canvas. It's two dimensions. So you see, everything is popping at you from the canvas. There is nothing receding beyond the canvas. Everything is put on top of the canvas. Now, if you understand this, you really can make beautiful abstractions. If you don't, you will struggle all your life to make abstraction, because this is really the most important. If you look at all these abstraction, everything, the farthest thing in the painting is the canvas itself, and you just place the thing on top. So with this, like you can see that the dark here looks like it's the farthest thing in the painting, which is kind like of the canvas. It can be white, it can be black, it can be any color, it doesn't matter. So on top of it is this, on top of it is this, on top of this is this woman, and this too, like on top of this wall, and that is this. On top of this is the woman. On top of the woman is the guitar. On top of the guitar is the hand. Like everything. I feel I can put my hand between her hand and between the guitar, or between the guitar and between her. That space, everything is popping at me on top of the canvas, not in the back of the canvas. This is very important for you if you are serious about abstraction, to understand this about space. It's space and not depth in the painting.